He pulled up right where I was walking down the street, and he stops. He said, "Get in the car." I grabbed the door handle. I opened the door, and a Metro cop come pulling up. It was a woman. She come pulling up right in front of his car.
To this episode of Chatting with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today I got PeeWee.
So he stuck out more than anybody else. Everybody else was dressed up, you know?
No one had guns on him at the time?
No.
I'm surprised the opposition didn't come with guns on them.
Remember, they ran to get him.
Yeah, they ran to get him in the other state.
But you know, here's the weird thing. Here's the weird thing that I want you to think about. When I come walking out of the chapel, I came with some family members, right? So they all got in cars and they already left. And I walked out, so I really didn't have a ride. And I walked out of the chapel, and these two guys pull up, two guys that were at the wedding, in a Corvette, bro. And they pulled up and they said, "PeeWee, get in." You couldn't have got me in that car with a shoehorn, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
So I looked at him and I just kind of looked at him like, "What the hell are you talking about?" I walked away. I walked to the street, which was a one-way going back this way. And JD, who's dead now, he come flying up, going the wrong way on the one-way. He pulled up right where I was walking down the street, and he stops. He said, "Get in the car." I grabbed the door handle. I opened the door, and a Metro cop come pulling up. It was a woman. She come pulling up right in front of his car. So I didn't even get in the car, Staxx. I just stood there with the door open because I figured we're busted. We're busted. There she is.
Yeah.
She looked at us. I looked at her. She backed up, took off.
What?
I don't know. You figured out. You tell me, bro. So I was just kind of like, "Wow, that's the weirdest shit I ever seen." And we were going the wrong way on the one way.
So you get in the car, right? You get in?
I got in the car. We did a U-turn and we took off. We all went to the clubhouse and we kept thinking they're coming any minute. The raid and everything. Nothing, bro. It's all over the news. All over the news. We had a little party, for the wedding thing afterwards. Even though, party, fight, party. It was a good time.
Yeah.
So that was 2008. Them cops hit our house and raided us and came and arrested all of us in 2010, 2 years later. It took them 2 years to get all their T's crossed and their I's dotted, to have a case against us and witnesses and all kinds of bullshit. And
do you cop a plea or do you go to trial?
Well, I want to go to trial because, you know what I mean? Hey, I walked up, the guy pulled a knife out, I was defending myself. So when they asked me what anybody else did, I said, I don't know what anybody else did. I wasn't looking. I don't know where anybody was. I don't know what they were doing. I was looking out for me because I was fighting for my life. So I was figuring, how could I be the bad guy? You know what I mean? But I was the bad guy because we left. They were still there in the chapel. So when they got there, they were laying there beat up. So they were stabbed too, and I didn't know that. But
Did the guy end up dying?
no, nobody died.
He lived.
But they,
right?
but they were the victims. We were the bad guys. So when we got arrested, we're all sitting in a room, and it was weird. They took us down this hallway, and they put us back in this cell, like in an old part of the jail. There was nobody back there, just us. And we were in this room way in the back, all of us in the same room. Oh, you can imagine they're probably listening, everything, So I'm just sitting there like this, and I'm kind of watching people, all these people that got arrested. And I'm watching them, and I see JD, the guy I told you is dead. Now, he always claimed that, he's been in prison twice, but it was pretty embarrassing, when some old black guy comes down the hall, mopping the floor, and JD's beating on the glass. Hey, man, nobody knows we're back here. They know we're back there, bro. Hey,
Yeah.
get somebody. And to me, it was embarrassing. It really was, bro. It was embarrassing for me, being the president, him doing that.
Yeah.
So I said, JD, shut the fuck up. Get back over here and sit down, man. Well, hey, I don't think they know. I said, they know we're back here, dude. So he sits down. I watch this other guy pacing like up and down, up and down. I said, hey, John, you're wearing a goddamn hole in the floor. Why don't you sit down? He said, I can't be locked up, man. I'm bipolar, I can't be locked up. I can't be. He was like freaking out. And, I just kind of like, in my head, I'm thinking, wow, what? You really get to know people, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you get to know people and what's going through their head. So I'm thinking, holy shit, this guy's going to roll. You know what I mean? This guy ain't going to make it. Because, come on, we're just in a county lockup. And he's like, I can't be locked up. I'm thinking to myself, holy shit, this is scary, man. So as soon as we bailed out, we had $100,000 bond. We bailed out. Them dickheads up in Reno, the Reno nomads, they told John that I snitched on them. Because the cops asked me, do you know a guy named John Merchant? Of course I know him. I'm in the club with him, right? So it's not like I'm snitching. We're all in jail. And I said, of course I know John. He's one of my members, not of my charter. He was from Reno, I think, at the time. He's from Reno, I think. And I said, yeah, I know him. And they said, did you see John? I put my hand up. I said, listen, I didn't see John do anything. You just asked me if I know John. I know John. End of story. I don't know what he did, where he was. And they went, oh, okay. So because that was said on a tape that they got from an attorney, they turn around and tell John, hey, your buddy PeeWee, he snitched on you. I didn't have to snitch on him, Staxx. It was right there, clear as day.
And what was his response? Was he saying like, I got orders from PeeWee?
No. And as a matter of fact, he was almost like crying on the phone when he called me. He goes, did you rat on me, man? Like that. And I said, John, why would I rat on you? I don't rat on anybody. But he was just, you could tell he had no education. I think he told me he went to third grade and that was it. He got $800 a month for being bipolar and being cuckoo. Never worked. I never seen him with a job, bro. $800 a month's all he got. His wife was out driving truck on the road, and he had like 2 kids, 3 with her, 3 kids with another one, 2 kids with another one. Wow. Yeah, I don't know how he was paying support. I know he wasn't paying no support. That's why he never had a passport. Most of those guys, they can't get a passport. They can't even get out of the United States. And I did, man, bro, I did a ton of traveling, ton of it. Belgium, Switzerland, Italy, Portugal, Spain, London, Germany 3 times, Holland 6 times, uh, Luxembourg,
That's cool to
Belgium,
be able to have the
Belgium,
privilege to go
yeah,
all to these
Austria.
places and have the connections with different people, right?
And the brothers were so, you know what I mean? The brothers, that's why I said in my book, it seemed like there's more brotherhood there because they were more like, but now, I talk to brothers from London that are out of the club. They call and talk to me. They'll message me on Facebook, and they said, "Oh, I read your book, and hey, it's the same way here." Like meaning there's no brotherhood, and it kind of broke my spirits a little bit because I thought for sure that they carry more of a brotherhood than we did here.
Yeah.
These guys were so quick to like if you won lotto, they try to expect you to throw them something. Why? You won it. Hey man, congratulations, Billy. Glad you won. Happy for you, bro.
Yeah. They're like, no, we want a cut. We need 50% or something.
Right. Honest to God, they would expect it. They weren't happy. I mean, nobody was like, "Oh, you got a nice bike, man. That's nice," and so much jealousy. And if they could get over that, man, believe me, I love being a Hell's Angel, man. It was probably one of the greatest things in my life. And I don't hate the club, man. I feel ashamed for what they became,
You just wanted brotherhood and to be accepted
Well,
by
that
all
and
these people and
they don't stick by any of the old rules that we went by. I could see all these old rules that were embedded in my head when I came around. They break every one of them. So, like throwing a guy out in prison, you have a chance to come and defend yourself in that room and speak for yourself. So if somebody said, "Hey, hey," let's say you're even in a county lockup. Somebody says, "Hey, man, fuck Bill Staxx, we're throwing him out." You ain't throwing him out. He's got to be in the room. So you're in the room, and that person who thinks you should be thrown out, he's going to tell you why. If you don't like it, you can get it on with him, bro. But at least you have a say. You can say, "Listen, that ain't the way that went down," and you get to
a
say your
rebuttal.
piece.
You get to defend it. Yeah.
Right. Now they do it, bro. I know one guy out on email, another guy through the glass. Hey, we voted you out, and hang up the glass and walk away. Well,
So your son joined the club too, right?
Right. And I didn't want him to, bro. I turned him down like twice. I didn't want him to because he was the only son I had, and I didn't want to see him killed or, man, a lot of motorcycle accidents, a lot of people, breaking their necks, getting killed, get hit by trucks, run over by trucks. In all the years, man, I've seen a lot of it, bro. So I didn't want him, I didn't want him coming around. And he kept on me and on me. Finally, so I passed him off. Like that one punk ass cop. Oh yeah, his kid got in there, but he got in, easy because of me. I gave him to somebody else, the sponsor. I never would even step up. He never ever whined and cried to me like, "Hey, they're making me do this." He just did it.
Yeah.
And he was a good prospect, and he was a better member. And when he was a member, he'd ride right up front with me, and we went everywhere together. And actually, him and I had a better relationship as a father and son. And when he got 15 months, that's what he got. 15 months. I got 2 to 5. I did
For the fight.
29.
So you all end up getting time, everyone?
No, 4 of us out of 11. The other guys, bro, took a sweetheart deal with the DA on felony battery with substantial bodily harm and the coercion charge. They took that plea, and then they got 2 years probation on the street, and they had to pay $13,000, which, I mean, they were all paying into it, but they were on the street working.
Yeah.
So come on, bro. You got what is it? 7 guys, 7 guys, all out there working, and they had to pay this $13,000 restitution off for Zilla, the guy I beat up. because he had a couple of teeth, I guess, jarred loose.
Medical bills and things.
Medical bills, yeah. So they
Yeah.
had to pay it. So they were crying about that. I was like, keep me on the street. I had a good job.
Yeah.
I mean, I would have paid the restitution. I didn't give a shit.